What's the most valuable watch in the world today? Well, this month a 90-year-old pocket watch will be auctioned by Sotheby's. Now, not a story that would normally make the Bank of Cardiff news blog, granted. This watch is a special case though. The Graves Super Complication is a bespoke timepiece created in 1925 for American industrialist Henry Graves and is the only one of its kind. The combined prestige of the maker, Patek Philippe, and its illustrious owner make it likely to be the most valuable timepiece ever sold. Now, from the company's earliest days, Patek Philippe focused its energies on crafting watches for the moneyed elite. Founder Antoine Norbert de Patek saw untapped potential in the lucrative American market and made a trip from Switzerland to New York City in 1854 with the aim of finding discerning and affluent customers for his exquisite handmade timepieces. Luxury watches had started to become status symbols by that time, especially in the US. The use of pocket watches had expanded with the exponential growth of rail travel. Timetable trains created a need for accurate timekeeping. A 1903 jeweler's advert for Patek Philippe glowed with hyperbole. The world's best watch is the imported Patek Philippe. Solid gold case, richly jeweled, every part tested to perfection, and it will last a century. In fact, despite the proliferation of American watches, the upper classes favored the old world elegance and cachet of Swiss watches like Vacheron Constantin and Patek Philippe. To own one was an irrefutable sign of success. The fashion for high complication watches flourished in the best circles. Wealthy Americans could afford not only to buy the outstanding Swiss watches, but also to commission them in order and request additional complications, anything that was superfluous to the business of actually telling the time. By the turn of the 20th century, Patek Philippe could count wealthy patrons such as Vanderbilt, Rockefeller, and Ford among his clientele. Graves was a successful businessman with a penchant for high complication watches that were made to his specification, and he wanted a special Patek Philippe. The Super Complication features no fewer than 24 separate functions, including a perpetual calendar, moon phases, and the night sky of New York City. It is considered, even today, to be the most complicated watch ever made by human hands. The 18-karat gold watch was the culmination of 3 years of research and 2 years of painstaking craftsmanship. Only with the advent of computer-assisted machines has any timepiece surpassed the ingenuity of the Super Complication. Patek Philippe continued to produce complicated bespoke timepieces up to the outbreak of World War II, by which time the fashion had moved on to wristwatches. It's not the first time this particular watch has come up for sale. In 1999 it was sold, also by Sotheby's, at an auction in New York as part of a sale of items from the Time Museum. It was bought then for a record-breaking $11 million. It became the most expensive timepiece ever sold at auction, but now looks set to enter the record books for a second time. Sotheby's November sale in Geneva includes many important watches and coincides with celebrations for Philippe's 175th anniversary. Naturally, the Graves Super Complication is the highest. Darren Schnipper, chairman of Sotheby's watch division, said, "Our offering of this horological work of art in 1999 was unquestionably the highlight of our professional careers and set a world record which is held until today. We're extremely privileged to be offering it once again." Well, join us later this week for another Bank of Cardiff newscast, and remember that all our newscasts are available on our website. That's bankofcardiff.com/newscasts.